So, since we last spoke, which I don't know when it was or what we spoke about, I don't know how to start this. So, I miss doing videos. Sorry. I miss doing videos and I miss feeling comfortable about doing videos. Does that make sense? I miss having something to talk to the camera about, and that's not like I haven't. So what I'm going to do now is ramble, because I'm unprepared. I've just put up this studio light, got the camera out, and just doing this. Don't know why, just feel like it's necessary. You know when you feel like things are necessary? So I feel like I've changed a lot. Since we last spoke, I think I've been through a relationship. It's now over. I call it the through the lens effect as to why it ended, just to give you an understanding of that. And what I mean by that is when you feel like you're constantly being judged through the life of a lens, you feel like you need to take action and do things better with your life to justify it to other people. And I feel that was at least part of the breakup. I don't fully know why, to be honest with you, but let's get off that topic. Comfortability wise on camera, it's gone, man. I used to be quite comfortable. I mean, if you're a long time viewer or subscriber, you would have seen. See what I mean? I'm looking off, but let's get back to the comfortability. Because of the life through the lens thing, I'm going to try something. So something I hide off of camera is I actually have a bit of a twitch with my nose. And I do that quite a lot when I'm comfortable. When I'm uncomfortable, like when I'm on camera like this, you'll very rarely catch me doing it, because it's something I'm trying to hide. Since we last spoke, I've invested a little bit of time into learning different things, some more than others. Climbing, bouldering mainly. I've done a lot of indoor bouldering at my local climbing centre. Excuse me. I've done some outdoor bouldering. I've brought 2 bouldering mats in bright pink because they were last on offer, and because I always put off this I don't care. And to be honest with you, a lot of the time I don't care, because it's a lot of the time I don't care because, no, that's an incorrect statement. I'll tell you what I was going to say, my train of thought. I was going to say, a lot of the time I say I don't care because I don't think, but anyone who knows me knows that I overthink. And I'm like, now I'm regretting not having this lower, so my hands, because that's how I articulate. I articulate like this, or try and talk like this now. But then again, yeah. So yeah, I've gone off and I've learned a few things, so bouldering techniques and so on. I'm nowhere near professional level, but I'm pretty good. You know, there's room for improvement. I'm pretty good. I don't believe I was ever selfish, but I feel like I've become a lot more selfless. I think, like reflectively looking over the past, let's say 12 months, after the breakup, hit me hard, hit me heavy. Just a lack of understanding more than anything. And I started to work, I'd say maximum 18 hours was the maximum, 19 hours was the maximum I ever worked in one day, but I was working 5 to 7 days a week, pushing out as many hours as possible. I think one week I did about 85 to 90 hours, which was quite fun, to be honest with you. It was something to engage my mind, and you know. I've been doing quite a lot of poker, so not just online, but I do have a social poker group every Friday, and then sometimes I go to the casino, and I enjoy the banter. I enjoy being mentally stable and also trying to weed out people's insecurities and like play with them. I think it's a form of bullying, but it's meant to happen in poker, so maybe that's something where I need to understand I'm maybe a bit of a bully at heart, maybe. I don't know. Just trying to give you a better understanding of who I am. I'm trying to give myself a better understanding, because the way I learn is I talk, and if I talk things through, usually there's a best case scenario outcome. So at work now, I'm not the best member of staff, but I'm definitely not the worst. I try to be the best. And by doing that, I don't mean I go, oh, look at me, look at me. It may come across that way to other people, maybe. But I follow a few little steps. If this helps you, it's helped me a lot. If I'm going to make a decision, for instance, I will weigh up the consequences of my decision, and if I can accept the consequences, that's one stage further. The next one is if it has no negative impact or the least negative impact out of the choices I have in front of me after much thought to the business financially, you know, on a monetary level, or impact socially and so on, then that's another stage I go through. And I think the third one is if I'm comfortable with the consequences of my decision. If I tick them 3 boxes, usually that means I've thought into it enough. I mean, and then I take the action. It's seen me through okay. Not the best, but okay. You know, it's assertiveness. Something else I've been learning for the past couple of days. This is a butterfly knife, flip knife, but it's not an actual knife, it's just a training one because they're illegal in the UK. There's a friend of mine, a climbing friend called Ollie, who knows how to do this stuff, and he showed me a move, and I'll show you what I've done, but it's just that kind of thing. There we go. Still learning. That. Okay. So that's something I play about with now and again. I've just started to... If you're like me, I keep looking, just so you know, if I look above the camera, it's because there's a little screen there. If you're like me, I've always struggled to read. Like, I don't mean struggle as in, oh, what does that word mean? Not that kind of stuff. You know, in some words, yeah, sure, of course. Because my literature language or my vocabulary doesn't stretch as far as some people's. I've always struggled to get enthusiastic about reading. And I'm still not there, just so you know. But if I'm reading something philosophical or smart thinking, my brain allows me to take in the information, so maybe you should try it. I can't read currently fiction, I struggle. I've read the Harry Potter books, and that's because I like Harry Potter, but I don't like to read the Harry Potter books. Like, I've read them to make sure I've read them, to have the best understanding of why I like Harry Potter. But it's not my go-to, do you know what I mean? I've had tattoos, like this. These are the Deathly Hallows, Harry Potter. There's the Three Brothers, if you know anything about it. There's Death. There's Hogwarts, which I had for a while. It's all the way around. Here I've got Felix Felicis. I can't show you because it's difficult. There, Felix Felicis, which is liquid luck. The wand says always, and then a howler, which, if you know, if you don't know, Ronald Weasley's mother sends him a howler saying, "Ronald Weasley." Yeah. For the past, say, 3.5 years, 4 years, I've been doing card handling, stuff like that. Not necessarily magic. I do magic now and again. That's just a little bit of what I do. I'm trying to learn card mechanics, so like a second deal and stuff like that, which I'm getting quite good at. But it's difficult to show you stuff like that on camera. But you know, just like different card handling. stuff. I sold my car, and I sold my car for a reason. So whilst I was in my relationship with Hannah, certain things didn't need to be purchased, but wanted to be purchased to improve the lifestyle. So like, I had a skin issue, so I went to the hospital, and it was down to a dispersed blue, which is a colourant or colour extract in clothing. So any blues or reds or stuff like that, after a prolonged amount of time and sweating in them and so on, it would cause my skin to react, and then I would have a rash, or even just a brief touch or a brisk of the skin that would cause an issue. So I wanted to get a new washing machine because I also had an allergy to cats and some dogs, not all dogs, horses and so on, pollen, just a mess really. So new washing machine, new dryer was purchased, so on. So I built up like a bit of a credit card backlog, which was comfortable to pay off, to be honest with you. But when we broke up, it just went, because then all the bills I had to continue on my own and stuff like that. So, you know, fine. So I sold my car, and I had a bit left over. So how I justified this to myself, and I don't regret it, to be honest with you, how I justified it to myself was, for the past 2 years, 2 years is probably a stretch, but 1.5, 2 years, I've wanted to buy a thing called a one wheel, which I have. I have the one wheel. I'll just grab it for you now so you can see. It's as simple as it sounds. It's a one wheel skateboard. Here we go. It weighs about, I'd say about 20 to 30 kilograms, but I don't know. It's really cool, man. It does about 15 to 18 miles, and I use it to commute to work when it's not raining, which, if you live in the UK, there's a very rare occurrence not to rain. Terrain, huh? There we go. To rain and terrain. Don't know why that's thingy. But I think there's a few other things I wanted to talk about, but I'm getting a bit more comfortable. So, for instance, I miss playing games, right? And it's not as easy as just play games then, because I thought that. And it's like, I don't think I miss playing games. I think I miss when I used to like games, because now I don't have the tolerance for them. It's weird. I don't know if anyone ever shares this, but I used to enjoy playing games and creating content, okay? Now, I tried to play a game. I tried to play a few games, to be honest with you. Oh, on the exception of Spider-Man. The new Spider-Man on PlayStation 4, love it. Mainly because it's like Assassin's Creed. Anyone can play it, anyone can be good at it. Maybe that's it. It takes no skill. Maybe. So maybe I'm just not good at difficult games. It's possible. It's highly likely, I wouldn't say possible, yeah. Anyway, so I tried to play Minecraft like 4 or 5 times now, because I used to love Minecraft. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. I'd prefer to, I'm at the point where I would prefer to sit and do nothing than play Minecraft. I don't think it's Minecraft's fault, maybe they have a little part to play because Microsoft have changed a few things, maybe. But when I'm at that point, so I'm trying to find different things to enthuse me, and climbing is one of them. But the thing with climbing is, because it's physical, my hands still aren't to the point where they can withstand more than 2 to 3 hours of climbing, which then leaves a remainder of time to do other things, which, you know, I'd go off and do some other things, like ride my one wheel for instance. But when you're going 18 miles an hour and the last thought in your head before you, let's call it, capsize and bail out is, woo, new tarmac, put your foot down, because this has a tendency to nosedive because it's a gyro operated thing, so if you go too far over the peak it just cuts off. And I think it's acceleration that causes it, not necessarily top speed. I think top speed will, but I'd say 2 out of 3 times of nosedives are due to over-enthusiastic acceleration. So you lean too much, like precariously, let's say, and you go and you like pop over. And that was fun. I think I was moaning and in pain for about 2 to 3 weeks because it hit me in the back of the leg and I had a bruise like this big. Yeah. So I'm quite enjoying this now. So from the start of this I was unsure on how to like articulate myself and stuff like that. But now, yeah, it's a bit more fun. I miss it. I never stopped recording myself, but I stopped uploading myself. And the reason for that is because it's not that easy. And I don't mean it's not easy because it's easy. I mean it's not that easy. So let's use by way of a comparison. How easy is it, right? How easy is it to record a video on Snapchat and then send it? You know, if YouTube had a function where you could send to YouTube and it just uploads like that through the same application, like maybe they do, maybe this is just my lack of knowledge and lack of research, so shouldn't